Hey Scorpio, Mariah here. I'm going to go ahead and get into your reading. Hopefully you guys are doing okay. All right. So what we're going to do is, what do you need to know? What does Spirit need you to know? Okay. Come on, Scorpio Spirit. What do you need them to know? Wow. So we have enough and metamorphosis. Enough, you were born enough. Metamorphosis, power and strength lie within our surrender to change. Okay. I'm sorry for the I'm sorry for the weird face I just made, but who is this, Scorpio? Or is this you? Now I'm gonna have to talk to y'all. And I don't wanna have to do that. I don't wanna have to come for y'all, Scorpio. And I'm not going to, because I don't think in large part it's all of you. But this can go a couple of different ways. There's two sets of Scorpios here, or you can fall in both groups. What this feels like to me, Scorpio, somebody has either made you feel like you are not good enough, or you feel like that within yourself. And if you feel like that within yourself, Scorpio, I will tell you, you are enough. But I do understand that conditionings that's been placed upon us can make us feel otherwise. But you're good enough. And I don't know who, and if somebody's done this to this, I don't know who this is for you that made you feel like you weren't good enough, that you weren't worthy enough, that you weren't honorable enough. It's a lie. Absolute lie. And the thing about this is, which I really love, because we have the card Metamorphosis, and when I look at this Enough card, you have this woman here with these angel wings. She's transforming. Scorpio. I love this. I'm sorry, I don't know why I just get all like expressive. But I love this, and I love this for you. Because you've either gone through this or you're about to go through this, Scorpio, where you're transforming, going through transmutation, evolving. But if they felt like, let's get this straight, Scorpio. If they felt like you weren't good enough, oh, just wait. The way that you're transforming, transitioning, and mind you, you're represented by the Phoenix. You're represented by the Death and the Tarot deck. You're all about transformation. Somebody can meet you a year ago, and the following year, you're a whole different person. But see, somebody underestimated you. Or if this is you, Scorpio, you're underestimating yourself, and you have the ability to transform. And you know this. That's the thing about it. You know that you have this ability to transform, to transmute. And transformation. Bottom of the deck is release here. So any conditionings, any past beliefs, self-limiting thoughts or beliefs that lie dormant within you, or that you've allowed other people to use as a form of control, or making you feel like, again, you weren't worthy, that you weren't enough, that you weren't somebody that was worth their time, their effort, their energy, and I don't care if this is romance, all the way down to the workplace. Honestly, I really don't give a fuck, if I'm being honest with you, I'm about to say Toro. Scorpio, right? I don't, because at the end of the day, the message is still the same. Somebody didn't see your value, or at times you don't see your value within yourself. Again, doesn't mean that you fit in both groups. You can be one or the other, or fit both, right? But you're going through an amazing transformation right now, Scorpio, if you haven't went through this already. And releasing the people, the places, the things that didn't serve you, the people, the places, the things that didn't hold you in high regard, or hold you to the standard that you deserve to be held at. Bye. They have to be gone, or you've already released them, or you're in the process of releasing them. But that's what Spirit's saying, especially in the fall, as the seasons change. If you're in, in America, but as the seasons change, the leaves die off. So must these people, and so must these beliefs. You got a lot coming in here for you, Scorpio. And this transformation will look totally different for each and every single one of you. It will metamorphosize in different ways for each and every single one of you. But nonetheless, it's growth. The phoenix rising from the ashes, the one that they couldn't kill even though they tried to kill him multiple times. They can't kill you, Scorpio. They can't put out your fire. They can't put out your light. They can't dim you. They can't. And sometimes for some people, that angers them. Tell me more, come on, Scorpios. See, the thing about this is, Scorpio, because I'm looking back at this opportunity and change. I'm looking back at this metamorphosis card, and at this metamorphosis card, with this metamorphosis card, this woman has these roses with thorns wrapped around her body, wrapped around the breast area specifically, which is where the heart lies. The thing about this, Scorpio, your love is unmatched. Whether it's your love for a specific passion, a specific career, a person, your love is unmatched. And when you love with every piece, every vessel, every organ within your body. You love intensely and you love deeply. And your love is a love that you can't just easily pick up off of Tinder or off of a dating site. Your love isn't easily picked up at a bar or a restaurant. Your love isn't the kind of love that somebody just runs into every day. Your passion, because we have red in both of these cards, which indicates passion. Your passion, your drive, your desire isn't easily found or easily attainable. And the thing about you, Scorpio, if I can just give you guys a little praise, because I do love Scorpios, I'm sorry. As a Cancer, I just can't help it. The one thing, though, about you, Scorpios, is that you truly are unmatched on so many different avenues. What you bring to the table is unparalleled. So for somebody to make you feel less than that, whether it is somebody externally or it's you internally that may feel like that you aren't good enough, couldn't be further from the truth. And through this transformation period, all right, bottom of the deck is transformation. Again, now we have it 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 times. So I'm on point. Thank you, Spirit. But Scorpio, through this transformation period, you're becoming the new version of yourself, but in the most regal way, if I can put it. And I don't mean regal in the sense of like Leo, which I love Leos, but not in a extroverted way. It's the energy that you elude. That's your secret sauce to success that a lot of people don't have. The energy you give off is so fucking unmatched, Scorpio. And that's what Spirit is asking you to hone into and tap into through this transformation period. Now, I will say this specifically to you, Scorpio. This is a completely side message, and I don't want to go left, but I feel like I'm about to start going left. Oh, fuck. I hate when Spirit does this to me. And I start getting off fucking topic. Scorpio, I don't know who this is specifically for, but I guess I just got to go there. Let's go back a generation past your time. Your parents. That we can even throw your grandparents in there, to be honest with you. But what this feels like, I'm feeling a lack. So I don't know if you come from a background of a lack of resources, a lack of access, a lack of availability. It may have not been you specifically, but let's look at your parents or your grandparents, right? Let's go back. This isn't something that just stems from you and your lifetime. This feels like this goes fucking back, because I'm feeling a timeline here for you, Scorpio. This feels like something that's almost inherited to a certain degree, and let me further explain. The reason why I feel like this is inherited, because there's a sense of lack within your bloodline or within your timeline or within your legacy in some way, shape, or form or capacity, and that's been passed down psychologically to you. And it's not that you're not worthy, Scorpio. It's not that you're not destined or that you don't have purpose or that you're not deserving to be high valued or treated of high respect or high regard. No, this is a mentality that goes fucking back generations of some form of lack that's been passed on in some way, shape, or form or the other. And it's been passed on towards you through a form of conditioning that now you are dealing with. You are now dealing with in this lifetime. And now in this lifetime, it's meant for you to correct that. You can't go back and correct the past, of course not, but you can correct the generations that come after you in regards to feeling a lack thereof within thyself or within allowing people to make you feel like you're not worthy. And that's part of this transformation here, Scorpio. Because the transformation here that I'm feeling, and again, I'm going left, so please bear with me. And I hate when this fucking happens. But this transformation that's happening here, Scorpio, it's not just isolated to you. It has more depth than that. You, Scorpio, have more depth than that than just singularity, right? So when I'm talking about this transformation, this evolution, this expansion of thyself on the internal and on the external plane, this transformation is meant for you to how can I put this? Transcend, transform the conditionings that have been set in stone. But again, you are not fated to suffer through these conditionings. You have the ability and the adaptability to change those cables and cords internally, whether it's on the heart space, soul space, or psychologically, to worthiness. To allow people to treat you with respect or to remove people that don't treat you with respect. There's a need here for you, Scorpio, to truly safeguard give me a second, because I'm really about to start going left. There's a true need here for you, Scorpio, to really safeguard the internal. And the reason why I'm saying that is because there's years on years on years and decades and generations of brokenness within your family, within your lineage. And the reason why I'm telling you, you have to be the one, Scorpio, to safeguard this energy. You are the one that has to safeguard yourself and going forward for your children's future and so on and so forth, is because the pattern of this broken energy of not feeling good enough or having a lack of resources, the lack of availability, that has to stop with you. And how this transforms in the 3D is we deal with connections and people that aren't worth our time. But we try to see the best in them. That goes back to this rose wrap around this woman's chest. These roses wrapped around her chest with these thorns. It stops with you. Now, I can't say for all of you Scorpios, if you will take on the challenge to transmute this energy that's been bestowed upon you from broken generations, for you to truly transmute and transform, a lot of you won't. Some of you will. It's very hard work to do. I won't deny that of you. Some people take years of therapy, and some people make it out of therapy and still aren't healed. Scorpio. But what I am saying to you is that your grandparents didn't know better. Your parents didn't know better. But you have the access and resource now to know better and to do better. Never make somebody make you feel like you're less than or not worthy. And if that's not the case, Scorpio, internally, when you feel less than or not worthy enough or not good enough, if people make you feel like that on the inside and you take on that belief or that pattern or those self-limiting thoughts, doubts, or beliefs, then you're doing your bloodline a disservice and a disjustice. And not just the past bloodline, but your bloodline going further and into the future. Your children, your grandchildren. The conditioning has to stop with you, Scorpio. The conditioning and the patterns have to stop with you, Scorpio. I'm not even touching the cards. This is literally, I'm left. I'm just out in left field. Please bear with me, Scorpio. Because I see brokenness. I see patterns of brokenness. and trying to operate through the world through that brokenness, which causes a skewed perspective and lens and hue on life, which then is in turn and in lieu passed down to you, Scorpio, which then distorts your perspective on life and your perspective of how you're viewed, or your perspective of how you allow people to view you, which is so far from the fucking truth, Scorpio. And I mean that. And no, you can't help the parents that were given to you, and they can't help the parents that were given to them. But you can damn sure, especially if any of my Scorpios watching this has kids, you can definitely transmute that pattern so it cannot happen to your children and your grandchildren. But whatever this lack mentality, there's a lack mentality here, Scorpio, that's either been passed down or that you hold within. And it doesn't truly exist. There is truly no lack. And I don't care on the material realm and the physical 3D. I don't give a fuck if you only got 2 pennies to rub to your name in a cardboard box outside. There is truly no lack. And I hope you understand what I'm saying here. Everything you need lies within. Everything you need lies within, Scorpio. And it's not your burden to bear. It is unfortunate because we are where we are right now, so it's unfortunate. But it's not your burden to bear or to carry any longer. This lack mentality that I'm feeling of thyself. And I don't know who this is for. That this may just be for fucking one Scorpio, and I'm so sorry for going left. How could you expect them to do better if they didn't know? How could you expect your parents to do better if they didn't know? How could you expect relationship partners to do better if they didn't know? How could you expect your environment to be better if that's all you knew? How could you expect truthfully, Scorpio? Some of you may have forgiven your past. Some of you still got a lot of healing work to do. But I just sense a lack mentality within somebody here, and I don't know what this is about. But through this transformation period, Scorpio, it's time to transcend that energy. You have to let it go. And I know that's easier said than done. This isn't some overnight type of thing. This is, I need to go to therapy. This is, I need to do my own inner soul searching and my own inner soul work. And when I tell you that this soul work needs to be done, Scorpio, to transcend to the next level in life of where you need to be, where your soul path lies, where your destiny lies, where you're truly meant to be, there is separation and elevation that has to occur. But to have that happen, we got to go back to infancy, your infancy, and really uproot a lot of the damage that was caused that has either been compressed, compartmentalized, or suppressed. And by doing so, and by reviewing, where is this lack mentality coming from? What did my grandparents have to deal with? And then how did my grandparents raise my parents? From how my grandparents raised my parents to how my parents raised me. And then you have to look at yourself. What external factors, environmental factors, relationships that you indulged in that played a part of this lack mentality that lies within you. And when I say lack mentality, that's on the internal. Whether you feel a lack mentality of not feeling good enough, low self-worth, low self-value in some degree, or somebody has made you feel this way. And to be able to feel that way, to be able to feel the lack, I don't care if somebody, let me tell you this, Scorpio, and I'm going to wrap this up because I didn't want to get all preachy and fuck, here I am. But this is what happens when Spirit gives me a message and I just go fucking left. If somebody made you feel less than, you cannot allow anybody to make you feel less than if you don't allow them to. So if somebody's made you feel less than, there's a root for that. And 9 times out of 10 and 10 times out of 9, that stems way back to your childhood, Scorpio. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 9, that stems back to your upbringing. That stems back to conditionings, a lack there within your own childhood, within your infancy. Just like I had to tell Leo, whether it's the fact that you had emotionally unavailable parents, a parent that wasn't present, both parents may have been present, hard life circumstances, not being able to receive what other children or people in your environment may have received. There was some form of lack. You know, you may have not been acknowledged. You may have not been hugged enough. You may have not been loved on enough in your childhood. Whatever the dynamic may have been, to allow somebody in this lifetime, especially for my grown Scorpios, I was about to say Leo because now I feel like I'm preaching like I always do on their video. But especially for my grown Scorpios, for anybody to make you feel less than or a lack of, it stems from a root that goes back. To be triggered in that way, because when you are strong and you are firm in your worth and your purpose and your self-knowing and your self-awareness, nobody can move you from that position but yourself. So who moved you? Does this go back to your childhood, or is this somebody now? And if this is somebody now, where in your childhood does this go back to? Scorpio, this is food for thought. Was not planning to go here with this reading, another reading that just fucking went left. But you're transforming. Intuition and downloads being here. Spirit is guiding you. You're not alone. But this lack has to be transformed. And it starts going back. Okay? I love you, Scorpio. I wish you the best and all the love and light in the world.